Hey! Bang's face is finished. We are live, guys. I'm Joe, one third of the Cyber Nerds.
GS.
Sam, Mr. Blitzstick.
Welcome back to another Bad Batch review. Today we've got episode 8, Reunion on many levels. Now, whether it's your first time being here or this is a reunion, make sure you've hit the subscribe button because we need some subscribers. Like, we kind of need subscribers on this channel. But yeah, what are we saying about this episode?
Reunion. When Man 4 was one reunion, guess what? It was a different reunion. And if you haven't gathered, this is the spoilers. And the spoiler is right now about to drop is Cad Bane is back. Yeah. Dave Filoni, listen, you're a cheeky little one for dropping, man. In this episode, still look. To me, this episode was really about like production levels, isn't it? Like these lot just came around with the whole cowboy western, do you know what I'm saying, pose, and just going into that bit with the first person. I think that's really sick. They're doing that, and why haven't we done more of this sort of like viewing? Do you know what I mean? Like through clones. I think that's such a good take on putting us in their shoes. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the breathing inside the mask, like what you're seeing, like what you're hearing. I thought that was such a peak thing to do in this episode.
In terms of that first person thing, I just think that's just for the games, bro. Like, I feel like for these, man, it's good to throw in that device here and there, like randomly. Like, obviously, we didn't know what situation Hunter was in. Do you know what I'm saying? And that was good to be in his shoes in that moment to see how disorientated he is and stuff like that. But I feel like it's just that, like, that level of like first person stuff and those kind of stuff. I think if they just put that into a game, it would just make so much more sense. You know what I'm saying? Because you would be the clone. You know what I'm saying? You'd get that feeling of immersion.
I just really feel like when things get peak and something happens, I think those shots you have to use them. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, especially like everyone has different helmets, so we don't know how they're taking information in. Do you know what I mean? I feel, and how they are like the is it visor?
Yeah, the visor.
Like what color is it? How they're looking at things? Do you know what I mean?
See, I hear that, but I just feel like because it's a group show, it's always going to be hard to identify with whatever character. So like that's why I'm like, in a game, you're only probably going to play as one character, even if there's permadeath, it could change, and then you could upgrade that to something else. Where I feel like there you're building a connection with individuals as opposed to being it with a team. But I do feel like it just looks sick, even though they just went to it for like 10-second shot. I'm super gassed about Cad Bane being in here, but why I'm gassed is just not because he's in the episode, but I do love, man. It's just that Dave Filoni, yeah, you're a sick guy. You already know this, but it's like, man said, I'm doing 7 seasons of Clone Wars, yeah. But when man did Rebels, we was always like, this is just like seasons 12, 13, 14, and 15 of Clone Wars. And now, like, man snuck in Bad Batch, which is legitly season 8. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, whenever, I don't know what's going on in the office, and Disney are like, oh, we can't keep doing Clone Wars. But he's like, we're going to keep doing Clone Wars. Just going to call it something else and something else. But I guess the Clone Wars is actually over. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the actual Clone Wars time is over. So it is interesting to call it something else and call it something else. But this legitly to just end up being 20 seasons of different shows that has just filled out the whole history of this time, which I just think is beautiful. And obviously the introduction or the reintroduction or the introduction to some people of Cad Bane, who I believe is actually the greatest bounty hunter out there, get me, is back. I love that, bruv. And I love that man comes in and W instantly.
Yeah.
Instant W.
No less. Still. But what I love about this episode is they bring back literally everything that was missing in the past 3 episodes. I love it. Like the looming, what we call it, kind of doom among the whole group. That was there. The politics on the other side of the empire, that was there. And just like good action as well. Like all 3 just came through. I was like, yeah, lit episode. Can we get this every episode, please? I know it's not possible. Sometimes it's a story. Sometimes it's like a little here and there, but thank you. Yes, loved
Do
it.
you know what's interesting is that with the Camino's president, forgot his name, because before we thought they sent the other bounty hunter, Fennec, to these lot, but it's been now revealed that it was Cad Bane. They've now sent Cad Bane. So who sent Fennec then?
Who knows if they didn't send Fennec? They could have sent Fennec, and
Yeah,
like,
that's what I was saying.
yeah, because you know when they hit the guild, they just send the thing to the guild, and the guild gives the mission to the bounty hunters, bruv. So it's like there could actually be 10 bounty hunters after her. All like they just want the mission complete.
Okay,
do you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Maybe Fennec is working with someone else, bro. But who knows? Like for me, it's just like, bro, bounty hunters. They're all after the same thing. Like the same time, Mando was going after Grogu. So was IG-11, bro. That came through the same guild.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So it's interesting. I just love that we're seeing more of Crosshair and him with the Death Trooper units, and him obviously running regular stormtroopers as well. I feel like that's sick. I really want them to dive deeper into the evolution of the Death Trooper like brigade and like how them man move, because I just think like that's something from Rogue One, yeah, that like we just haven't expanded on more, and they've shown up in Mandalorian and stuff like that. But I just want to know more about like what makes them man actually elite. Obviously, we understand that the Crosshair's elite because he's from the Bad Batch unit, but like what makes them, or are they just top of the class? Do you know what I'm saying? Are they actually a good shot?
Yeah, I think we definitely, especially with the last 2 episodes, and I understand that you wanted to set a place for these lot to be, especially like being lost and trying to figure their way around, because they even mentioned on this episode, we don't have the Imperial to back us up with when it comes to like credit and stuff like that. And I like that there's a little conflict on the stuff that they're doing within the mission, within the group. But I also felt like we need to dive in more into these things that are going to translate later on. Do you know what I mean? So like you mentioned, the Death Troopers and other characters as well. So do we know how many episodes we have of this?
15, 16?
We're like what, halfway through. So I really feel like hopefully the next half is just bang, 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 and no more of those. Okay, we're just here, we're just going through it. Things really need to develop. And I want to see the other side of politics as well. Like the other general really pushing his agenda. Yeah. Like I think he's not gonna make it. This guy's gonna be dead by the end of this season. Record training as well. I think that's such a cool thing. Like we're seeing she's getting trained
from everyone.
From everyone. Last time it was weapons. This time it's like disarming things. So where's her character's gonna go? She's gonna be like, I guess
for me, she's gonna be the surviving Bad Batch. Like I feel like them man are gonna die, and she will be the embodiment of the Bad Batch. She will have the best of all of them, and she will just be a sick character.
And that will be sick.
That's what's
gonna happen.
That will
be sick, where this character will forever walk or fly around the galaxy, and you're just the embodiment of this group. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I feel that's such a sick thing to do for a character.
I thought it was tough. I wanted to bring back the whole. I like the Rex conversation they had because we was talking about that in the last review, and then I think even before then, I was talking about like why they're motivated to do what they're doing, who's going to be giving them missions and stuff like that. And I feel like it was interesting because obviously Hunter has the conversation with Echo, and it's funny because obviously Echo was a reg, so he, I would say, naturally is compelled to just follow Rex. And that's what he was saying. Where Hunter has never been a reg, it's like, nah, we're just going to go with whatever opportunity faces us. And I feel like that's like a really big difference just between like the regular clones and the Bad Batch. Like these men are kind of free thinking for themselves, you know what I'm saying? And I just thought that, like, I know they picked Echo to have that conversation with because of Echo's history with Rex. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Echo's just usually gonna follow him. So I thought that was interesting. They threw that in there, but I want to know more on why Hunter is really on this, bro. Obviously, he's just said, "All right, look, we're just gonna take the opportunities," but like, why? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what is Like, what does he think the goal is? Do
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? That's what I want to know.
I was just wondering as well, like, obviously now that they've captured Omega, like, what makes her that much of a special clone, to be honest?
I think I think what they've done is I'm
She
guessing
could be the evolution of their program.
I think they have used multiple DNAs in her.
Right.
So now, obviously, if you've used multiple DNAs to make a person, like that's pretty much like the evolution of it. Where it's like before they only used Django and they made all the regulars.
Exactly.
Then they was messing with it and they made the Bad Batch. Then they got the Bad Batch into her.
That's what I said.
And then the next evolution will be cloning with Force users and this is how it gets to Palpatine coming back to life. You know what I'm saying? Like this is why I believe she's so important.
Yeah.
Get me?
Because I was gonna say, like, they also still want the Bad Batch back. But that general's always saying they're just like they're going to follow orders, so there's no point bringing them back.
Because he doesn't know about the science behind it.
Yeah. So I find it very interesting that they want all their assets back regardless. So it is leaning on your point where it's like they've kind of messed with them and then made a perfect clone out of them. So wouldn't they want those subjects back to see like the continuation of that process, whether it be bad or good? So.
Bruv, the way Kaminoans move, like, bruv, like, you've made something.
Yeah.
You want that thing, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there might be something in Wrecker that informs how to just make brutes in the future and all of that stuff. So, get me. And they don't care about the war and all that other stuff, bruv. They're just scientists, bruv.
Yeah. That's their whole economy, if you think about it. So, I really feel like the Kaminoans also withholding information from their clients, because I guess they're working on their own stuff. Maybe they have their own agenda to maybe like grow further as a people, because as we've seen in the previous episodes, if we stop production, then what do? Well, we don't want to be in the situation if this happens again, so maybe they're making chess moves as well. Do you know what I mean? So that would also be interesting to see what they're doing outside, do you know what I'm saying, of production, clone production. But hey man, we need more.
We need more and more of you guys to jump in the comment section below and let us know what you think about episode 8 of Bad Batch. Are you enjoying the series? Do you think it's only going to get better from here? What do you think about Kaminoans? What do you think about Omega? What do you think about the Bad Batch? And obviously, what do you think about the return of the greatest bounty hunter in the galaxy, man like Cad Bane? If you haven't already, head over to patreon.com/thecybernerds. Sign up to the Sith Temple tier where you get all of our Star Wars content early and some that no one else is going to get ever. Other than that, I'm Joe, one further the Cyber Nerds.
Revenue GS.
So, Mr. Blitztech.
We'll see you back here next week on a review.
Peace.